I didn't even think I was going to make a video right now. I was going to wait until either the patch preview, ML Landy, which I'm super hyped for. But shout out to Nor. He just messaged me. I missed this. It came like right under the radar, out of left field. There's an Epic 7X Guilty Gear collaboration coming soon. Not only that, there's another collab following this as well, guys. So this is happening as early as next week, right? If you're watching this, it's Monday, August 10th. So it's going to be happening in a week. And speaking of ML Landy, I thought they were going to be running a custom group banner because they haven't announced yet. I guess we'll find out this week if she's going to have any special imprints, right? Her being a very unique style of Moonlight unit, and she's not a boss character like Belly and Zeo, Archdemon, Mercedes, so I don't know if we're going to be able to buy imprints with gold transmits. It more seems like they're going to make you use Landies or Slates, in which case a custom group banner is expected, right? Because it kind of sucks to not be able to get imprints for the newest Moonlight 5-star. But with this banner coming out already August 10th, I don't know when they're going to fit that custom group banner. So don't forget that as well, right? There's probably a custom group banner on the horizon. And now we have a bunch of new characters, 2 collabs back-to-back coming soon. Now, guys, just perusing the comments real fast, a lot of people are very, very upset. Like, what happened to this free-to-play game? This is awful. It is a little bit rough, and that's speaking lightly, right? It's very rough, I should say, especially if you consider the fact that we just came off these awesome summer events. I say awesome because I really did enjoy the characters. I know there was a little bit of a fiasco with the pay-to-win imprints and things like that, but overall, I really enjoyed the summer events, but I don't like the fact that we have 2 summer units, and with Lethe, especially with her artifact being so good, I know a lot of people just spent a ton of bookmarks just recently. Speaking of a custom group banner that might be coming out as well, and now we have 2 back-to-back collabs with potentially like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characters if we include the 2 summer characters. This is absolutely insane, not only for the Chinese server which just came out, not only for free-to-plays, new players too. It's going to be so rough trying to get every unit. It's going to be nigh impossible unless you have insane luck or are able to spend a little bit, or maybe you were just saving up a crap ton and you got lucky pulling like Lethe and Lulika very early with not spending too much bookmarks. But guys, you're gonna have to pick and choose here. I think we've gone past the stage where I can recommend you guys to pull every single unit if you save and spend wisely, right? And by spend, I mean for free to plays, you know, spend your bookmarks wisely. This is just way too much. It's gonna be way too much to handle, guys, unless your luck is insane, right? One tap everything. If you have to pity 1 or 2, it's already over for you, I think, with bookmarks wise. So we'll talk about these more in depth later as they come out, but I'll give a quick rundown right now. Let's go ahead and break it down here, guys. So Epic 7X Guilty Gear collaboration coming soon. August 10th, like I mentioned, it's going to be a 2-week run, which kind of seems like there's not going to be a new character, right? A 2-week run is very short for all these characters. No silhouette, no shadow, no mention of a new character like they did with Benny Morrow on the Slimy run. So no Eno, Ramla Fall. I was hoping for like a new Guilty Gear character. I think that'd be cool. But we were expecting a buff or a Guilty Gear rerun because of the Jacko buff. So those of you that like the Jacko buffs, she's been an absolute terror in like RTA, especially in cleave comps. So you guys can finally get her. Let's talk about the rest here. Remember, Soul is free. He's a very good free unit though. Really, really nice for Golem. Some Abyss Floors. Just one of the better free-to-play units. I still use them a lot, especially for Golem. Dizzy. Very unique kit. She used to be one of the most oppressive units in the game. Since then, though, you don't see her too often now. A lot of people can manage her, but I do think players that really think outside of the box can actually make her work. You just have to kind of surprise your opponents, because once people learn to adapt to her, she is manageable, but she can be built in a lot of different ways. I still think she's a fun unit and definitely has a powerful kit. It's just not as good as it used to be because people have adapted. Elphelt is a strong kind of like control speedy unit. She can set up her team really well, do some decent damage. You see her in like aggro cleave comps, kind of like Jacko. Not as good though as the recently buffed Jacko. I think Jacko is just absolutely insane right now. And then last but not least, we have Baiken, who is one of the most efficient and best Banshee farmers. She takes the least amount of gear. Mola's, she was like built for Banshee. Not used much outside of that, to be honest. So if you guys already had a Banshee team set up, you could probably skip on her. So overall, if you think you can make good use of Jacko, I would definitely pick her up. You're going to get Soul for free. And then with any remaining bookmarks, you might want to just hold off. And let's go ahead and jump over to the second collab banner and talk about that real fast. Okay, so here's the second one I mentioned, guys. Epic 7X ReZero Starting Life in Another World collaboration begins. And this is August 17th. So this is actually, they're going to be overlapping collab banners, which I think is the first time ever, right? Definitely. Unless I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But 1 week right after, right? So the Guilty Gear one will end on the 24th. This one will end on the 31st. So they both have 2-week run times. Looks like no new unit here either. Let's go ahead and talk about these 3 real fast. Emilia, I think the best thing about Emilia banner is actually her artifact, the Guardian Ice Crystals. Emilia is still a decent unit, but the Soul Weaver spot right now, at least in the current meta, doesn't really favor Emilia. That's not to say she'll never come back. I think with a CR push, it's pretty strong, but you have units like Amid now that I think people prefer. So be careful spending too much for her, but definitely if you guys play PvP, pick up her artifact. Guardian Ice Crystals is one of the best Soul Weaver artifacts still, even with all the new stuff that's come out since then. Ram is going to be your free unit, and kind of like Baiken, guys, she is also nice at one-shotting Banshee. Not too much use outside of that. I think she might have some other PvE potential, definitely more of a PvE unit. But if you guys aren't like completely new and need that extra help from how good Baiken is made for Banshee, if you want to save bookmarks, skip on Baiken and then just get Ram for free later. And once again, guys, don't worry, when these banners come out, I'll help you all more if you have, you know, we're going to have to make some decisions here because this is too many limited units for people to pull every single one. And then Rem, last but not least, guys, Rem is also a unit that used to be really strong, but hasn't been seen too often in the recent metas. Now, the interesting thing is, though, Rem has actually made a resurgence because, at least in RTA, because of Jacko. For PvP, she's a nice one of the counters that you can use against units like Jacko. So she actually is still relevant in PvP to this day. And of course, a lot of people like myself use her in areas like Wyvern. So she's a strong all-rounder unit. I think that can be used in a lot of different areas. A little bit tricky to gear as she's like a 0 speed sort of counter style. It depends how you want to use her, depending on if you're farming or PvP. But yeah, she's not bad either. Now, I would definitely say though, guys, that I think like Emilia and Rem are probably more valuable than units like Baiken, for example, maybe even Dizzy. But then you have units like Jacko, who I think outshine these, at least in the current meta. They're all different styles of units, and we'll break them down more as time comes. But overall, yeah, people are not excited, guys. I know, I'm sorry. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Try not to be too, you know, critical. Not critical is not the right word, but try not to be too, profane, I'll say, but definitely speak how you feel about this limited units, these back-to-back collabs, the state of Smilegate bringing out these units. I mean, I will try my best to help guide y'all because we're gonna have to, like I keep saying, make some choices on which limiteds to pull. But just get ready, guys. Don't forget as well, there might be a custom group banner after this too for Landy, depending on what they do with their imprints. So just stay tuned, guys. We'll try to manage it as best as we can. I'm sorry for anyone that's free to play, that's newer. You're going to have to make some tough decisions. I think, once again, to recap, Smilegate or Epic 7, this is now, it's no longer a game where I can advise y'all to pull every single unit. We're year 5 in, and if this is how Smilegate's going to accelerate the banners, then we're going to have to make some tough choices, okay? So, with that being said, guys, sorry to leave you all on a little bit of a down note, but we'll make the best of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.